Coach, we talked to you a couple weeks ago. Took a week off to talk to Alex Dickerson last week, and he did an okay job filling in. But need to get back to the head coach, and since that started, conditioning workouts have started from your team. What have you seen so far? What have you liked, and what have the guys been doing?
Actually, I tweeted about that last night. I mean, conditioning is to me, it serves conditioning week before you get into the baseball. It serves multiple purposes. It certainly gets your guys into shape, which is first and foremost, but it also, you get to see a little bit because we try to create adversity in our conditioning and see where guys are. And for the most part, it's been pretty good in seeing how guys respond, and looks like some of the guys are in shape. But it also, we have some improvements to do and get a little bit, I think we need to get a little bit more mentally tough, and that's something that as we work into our fall practice that we will be focusing on.
Have there been anybody in particular that have stood out so far?
Well, I think, Michael Basil has come back on a mission, I think, and has really led by example, and you can tell he's worked hard over the off season. There are a couple freshmen. I mean, Will Knowlton's been doing a wonderful job, and you'd like to rip off about 35 to 40 names on that, but right now I would say those two in my mind have stood out the most in terms of really getting after it and helping others that maybe are struggling a little bit.
In your experience as a head coach, is that one of the tougher adjustments for the freshmen to make?
Definitely, because what we try to say is you've worked hard in your athletic career up to this point, but we want to show you another work ethic. And so we're teaching work ethic, but we're also, as I said, trying to throw some adversity and get out of that comfort zone of just being about yourself. And you got to, the team is in mind now, and so I love conditioning week. I know the guys don't love it, but I love conditioning week because you'll learn a lot about people.
You went up to the Big Ten coaches meetings earlier this week. Got a chance to sit in the first coaches meeting with the Nebraska coach. Talk a little bit about the addition of Nebraska to the league and what you learned from those coaches meetings.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people view that as a huge plus in terms of the football and stuff like that. But I think it's going to be an awesome thing for our league in baseball. Mike does a wonderful job with this program, has done some very, very good things on a national level with this program. And it was fun for me to sit in there and listen to his insight relative to whether it be recruiting or scheduling and things. So you can always learn from people. And I think we learned some things from him, but I think he also learned some things from us, the coaches in the Big Ten, in terms of recruiting and how it works in the Big Ten, scheduling, how it works, and so I loved it. I think it's going to be, and if anyone has Googled their facility, it's one of the nicest facilities going, so it's going to enhance our league from that perspective. But I really enjoyed. That was my first opportunity to ever talk with Mike, and he's going to be, in his program, going to be a wonderful addition to the Big Ten. Not just what the public sees on the outside of a football edition. It's going to be awesome for all the sports.
You mentioned football. The Hoosiers opened last week at Memorial Stadium. Big win over Towson. And there were a couple baseball guys who showed their stuff. Matt Ernest, of course, had a pick six in the game. And Greg Heben got in there late in the game, and he did some good things. Made a nice pass break up in the end zone.
Yeah, it was good to see. I mean, Ernie, he's made that transition to the defensive side of the ball, but used those skilled hands to get the pick six, and he's really settling in nicely. But I was thrilled for Greg Heben because Greg didn't get a lot of time with us last year, just based on his development and the fact that here it is, first game in an IU football uniform, and he's out there doing what he was. I think he finished with 3 or 4 tackles, but I think we got to take credit for that because he learned those skills on our flag football team last year. Not the tackling. We don't tackle in flag football.
Talking about football, there's a big football game tonight. North versus South up at North. Obviously, you as the parent of one who has gone through the North program and one who's currently in the North program, it's a big game for both schools.
Oh, it's going to be great. And what it really does, too, for the community, and you get people out from both sides, and the bragging rights of the community. North won last year, and of course my middle son Ty won't be participating this year. Blew his ACL out second time in 4 years, so he's going to have to sit this one out. But we're still looking forward to the game tonight. I guess I can't publicly say who I'm rooting for as an IU coach, but as a father, I hope the Cougars get it done tonight.